I feel very conflicted about this game. I've tried to play it 3 times now, and each time I just give up. It has a very interesting premise, and I really want to like it. You play as a doctor in London during the Spanish flu. Oh, and also, he gets turned into a vampire. Like, come on, he's a doctor that does research, specifically revolving around blood, and he gets turned into a vampire. That sounds fucking sick, right? Like, how can you go wrong? How could that not be interesting? I mean, why would I try it so many times? I wanted it to be good. An hour in, after the tutorial zone, I just always am fighting to stay awake and holding back from yawning. And also, I'm a big Don't Nod fan. They developed this game as well as what they're most known for, the Life is Strange series. I played Life is Strange right when it came out and did everything I could to get as many of my friends to play it. I did everything to get people to play it. I invited people to my house to play that game, specifically to play that game. I'm a bit biased. I just really want this game to be good because I love Don't Nod, okay? But this is the last chance I'll give this game. Join me as I force myself to play this so I can give you an overall review of Vampyr. This is where I'll put like a time to skip to if you don't want all the spoilers, like if you just want to know if it's good or not and worth playing, skip to this time. Okay. Oh Lord, what can I say? You know when someone goes like, oh, okay, I promise the show is good, you just gotta get to this season, this episode, that's exactly what this is. It took me 5 hours to get to that point. And even then, once I got there, it kept swaying back and forth from boring to interesting to boring to interesting. There's a lot of very cool things going on. Unfortunately, there's way too much downtime in between all the cool shit. I'm even like a bit of a completionist, but I found it hard to stay dedicated to doing every single thing. Also, I was a bit confused at some points. Because of my indecision and fear of commitment, it felt like a lot of my choices just confused the narrative. Characters treating me one way, or popping up dead, or even turned in places or at times that didn't really make sense, which really bummed me out, because I do think some of those situations soiled my experience. A lot of the major plot points and bosses were very cool. Again, unfortunately it takes so long to get to them, I don't think someone would play long enough to reach them, or at least it'd take a lot of convincing to get someone to hold on for the good part. Okay, this is the last spoiler warning you're getting, so here's the moment I started to like the game, despite the jank. I don't want to get into the fucking story. Boss fight with Mary, Jonathan's sister, the main character's sister. There's a boss fight with her at the cemetery. That fight was fucking sick. The cutscene, that whole situation was cool. That's when my immersion was up. Like the fucking meter was like, oh, this is sick, hell yeah, this is cool. I'm in. You got me. And every boss fight made me feel the same way. Fucking this one and Doris Fletcher. Like, look at this Resident Evil shit. That was unexpected and cool and made sense. Like it was awesome. I didn't even mind how bullshit the combat would be at times. Like, this isn't even a get good scenario. Look at this bullshit. Look at this sliding shit. Enemies would start an attack animation, be locked on, and then slide fucking yards just because they started the animation close enough. I hate that shit. I hate when people do melee combat and they don't fix that. Like, what the fuck is that? It doesn't even look like it makes sense. It looks stupid. It was just another reminder that combat isn't really Don't Nod's strong point. Don't bring up Remember Me. There's a reason no one remembers it. Well, okay. Remember Me was very cool visually, but it was extremely mid, and I feel like that's way worse than bad. Wasted potential, you know, what could have been. And, fuck, man. I felt like things were rushed in a way that made sense, but also didn't. Like, the relationship between Jonathan and Elizabeth made sense because they're two immortals working together, you know. It's kind of like a us against the world feeling. That makes sense, but like, you guys don't know each other. What do you mean you love each other? You don't know each other. What the fuck are you talking about? You guys have been working together for like what? About a week? About a month, and Jonathan disappears in his fucking office for like a week after the whole Mary situation. Jonathan gets called to her mansion. It was like, why are you guys looking at each other like that? This has not been like established. It's just suddenly the camera switches and you guys look like you're gonna kiss. Also, why the fuck did every NPC look at me directly? You're not talking to me, you're talking to Jonathan. Stop looking at me. What the fuck? So, I really don't have an official rating system. I don't have anything like that. But I have the exact rating for this. It's literally meh. It's meh. But this is how I will describe this game. Hey, keep it moving. There's nothing to see here. Get out of here. Keep it moving. Some people gotta work. Nothing to see here. No rubbernecking. Get out of here. That's what this game is. If you really like the idea, play it. If you're on the fence, keep it moving. Keep it pushing. I hope I at least made you smile, if anything. And I hope my rantings about this game made sense. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next Giving Games a Second Chance. Yeah! I finished another one. Let's go, baby! Number 2. I kind of have a vision going on now. Look at me. Haha, content, baby. Yeah.